I submit, Madam Chair, in number 38 of his affidavit, he mentioned Lin Wei Xiong, the financial officer of Pharmally Pharmaceuticals, who called him directly to coordinate the turnover of 175 million pesos. Can Mr. Madriaga confirm this?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
If I may, Madam Chair, dahil nandun sa kanyang affidavit na siya ay natawagan, nakakapagtagalog po ba si Mr. Lin Wei Xiong?
That is
Mas
a
konti.
probing question already, DS Janet Green.
Yeah, but Madam Chair, I wanted to establish kasi ito tinawagan at naharap niya.
Nonetheless, please confine to what appears in the affidavit.
Yeah, it appears in the affidavit, Madam Chair, that Mr. Lin Wei Xiong asked him, where will the money be used? It also appears him that he was told to directly coordinate at mismong nakita niya si Mr. Lin Wei Xiong, whom if I recall, is the same person as Mr. Alan Lim during the previous congressional hearings. That's why it's very important, Madam Chair, because this was a question that was left hanging before, whether the communication tool between those involved and that of the Chinese people involved is who. Kaya etong dito, kapag siya'y nakakapagtagalog, malamang pong maririnig natin dahil nakaharap ni Mr. Madriaga specifically in delivering 175 million.
Honorable Green, that question was left hanging in the Quadcom investigation. This is a different forum, so please confine the clarificatory questions to what already appears in the supplemental affidavit. I lament, but we have to prevent that question.
Yeah. Can I be allowed to rephrase, Madam Chair? Nung
Yes,
siya ba ay
please.
tinanong, was it in Tagalog or English?
That is a similar question. DS Guerin,
I submit, Madam Chair. Let me
please
move
proceed to the next question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Madriaga, ang ibig niyo po bang sabihin dito? Kayo ang personal na nakakita na 175 million pesos ang nanggaling sa Pharmally Pharmaceuticals at ibinigay sa inyo para pondohan ang kampanya sa politika.
Ang nabigay po sa akin si Lin Wei Xiong, hindi ko po alam kung Pharmally, sa Pharmally po galing yun. Pero sa kanya po galing yung 175 million.
At dito po sa inyong affidavit, nakalagay po dito na si Lin Wei Xiong ay ang financial officer ng Pharmally Pharmaceuticals.
Opo.
Yeah, maybe, Madam Chair, at the proper time or in some other forum, we can subpoena the former Secretary Francisco Duque to shed light
As
on
I
this.
have said earlier,
Thank you.
we will defer discussion regarding issuance of additional subpoena.
Madam Chair, on page 13 of his affidavit, ang sabi po ni Mr. Madriaga, he membered Michael Yang as together with the mention of the name Lin Wei Xiong. Ito po ba yung magpinsan na Lin Wei Xiong at si Michael Yang, Mr. Madriaga?
Hindi ko po sure kung magpinsan sila ni Michael Yang tsaka si Lin Wei Xiong.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
Madam Chair, if I may,
Madam
to my
Chair.
last question.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Chua.
hindi po nasagot kanina ni Ramil Madriaga yung tanong po ni Congresswoman Janet Garin.
What is the question?
Kung kinukumpirma po ni Ramil Madriaga na ito pong amount na 175 million na binigay po ng Pharmally ay ginamit para sa kampanya ng Vice Presidente.
Well, the statement is it was given by Lei Wenxiong, who is the financial officer of Pharmally.
Opo, Madam Chair.
You confirm that?
I affirm
Okay.
it, Madam Chair.
So would you like to answer the question?
Ang tanong po, itong 175 million na binigay ni Lim Weng Chong ay ginamit para pondo sa kampanya ni Vice Presidente.
Opo, Madam Chair.
Ayun.
So the question has been answered. Any other clarificatory question, DS Garin?
Last two questions,
Yes,
Madam
please
Chair.
proceed.
On page 22 of the supplemental affidavit of Mr. Madriaga, nakasaad po dito yung pag-deliver ng allegedly ito ay perang nanggaling sa confidential fund na instead of 11 days, it became 24 hours. Nakasaad po dito na sila ay nagpunta sa OMB. On number 70, it says, we traveled to the last location, OMB parking area. On number 71, it again mentioned, when we arrived, the guard gave a signal directing us to park in a specific area in the OMB parking lot. Ano po ba ang OMB, Mr. Madriaga? Anong opisina po ito?
Office of the Ombudsman po, Madam Chair, sa Agham Road sa QC.
And do you confirm na itong mga sinasabi mong transport deliveries, kasi nakasaad dito sa number 72, dineliver mo ito sa panahon na ang ombudsman is Ombudsman Samuel Martires?
Opo, Madam Chair.
Ito ba, because it's mentioned in your affidavit, number 70 to 72, ikaw ay nag-deliver, but there's also a mention of previously and upon direct instructions, you have delivered money to Ombudsman Samuel Martires or Attorney Ryan, which is usually placed inside an open trunk of a designated car. Ang ibig mo po bang sabihin dito ay hindi lang po isang beses na ikaw ay nakapaghatid ng pera sa Ombudsman's office?
Opo, Madam Chair, I delivered sometime before.
So it's not once,
Opo, Madam Chair.
more than once,
More than once po.
more than twice,
Yes, Madam Chair.
more than, I submit,
Please,
Madam Chair.
please.
I was just trying to
It's enough that
awaken.
the resource person mentioned
Yeah, last
two
question.
specific allegations on that.
Okay, last question, Madam Chair. On page 23, medyo nalito kasi ako dito, number 76. Your statement said, when you enter the office of Jail Warden Sabiniano, he asked you, tinanong ikaw, kung kilala mo si Attorney Joyce. And you replied, Joyce dapat. Ang sinasabi mo ba ditong Joyce dapat is a lawyer? Is Attorney Joyce and Joyce dapat, is Attorney Joyce being referred to by the jail warden and the Joyce dapat being referred to by Mr. Madriaga ay iisang tao lang po, Sir Ram?
Opo, Madam Chair. Siya po yung presidente ng Kislap. Kaya
Can you say that again? Presidente ng
Kislap po.
Kislap.
Opo. A counterpart po ng ISIP. Joint po kami.
All right.
Ang
You may
ano po
continue.
yung kislap?
Kay Inday Sara lilipad ang Pilipinas.
Can I hear it again, Madam Chair? Medyo malayo po yung
Please say it again. What
Microphone.
is Kislap?
Kay Inday Sara lilipad ang Pilipinas.
kay
Siya po ang presidente nun, si Attorney Joyce dapat.
What you are implying is that Attorney Joyce and VP Sara are good friends or magkakilala.
They're good friends, Your Honor.
You mentioned that in your affidavit already.
Yes, more than good friends, I believe.
Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng more than good friends?
That is a
Magkamag-anak?
probing question
Okay.
already,
I submit-
DS Guerril.
I submit, Madam Chair. It also mentioned that when you said hello, you recognize the voice of the Vice President. Can you confirm this?
Yes, Madam Chair, I confirm.
Ibig bang sabihin, maraming beses na niyang narinig ang boses ng Vice Presidente, enough for him to recognize that voice?
Whom are you,
She's
are you
referring to you, Mr. Madriaga.
Yes, over the phone po, many times.
So sigurado po kayo na ang nakausap niyo nung binigay sa iyo ang telepono?
He already stated that in his affidavit.
Madam Chair, of course, if I may, my very, very, very last question. Naiintindihan po natin na medyo mabigat, no, ang supplemental affidavit na binitiwan ni Mr. Madriaga. meron po bang nagpilit sa iyo o nagbigay ng kung anumang mga promise or pabor before mo ito sinumpaan o isunulat, Mr. Madriaga?
Wala po, Madam Chair.
Hindi ka po ba napilitan na gawin ang anong komento affidavit na iyong sinabmit?
Hindi po ako napilitan, Madam Chair.
Wala bang pangakong palayain ka sa kulungan kapalit ng pagtestigo na ginagawa mo ngayon?
Hindi po ako humihingi ng anumang kapalit sa paggawa ko ng salaysay ko.
Bakit niyo po na desisyon ng lumantad at magsalita?
Una po, kailangan din pong malaman na ng mga tao yung kalokohan po ni Attorney Roque na pinoproteksyonan ni BP Sara. Yung land grabbing po na yun, maliit na portion lang po yun ang ginagawa nila. Naniniwala po ako sa buong Luzon na marami po, Zambales, Pangasinan, La Union, Cagayan. Kailangan ko na po magsalita para dun sa mga magsasaka. Hindi lang po yung magsasaka ng Maribeles o Bataan, pati po sa iba.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Maraming salamat, Mr. Madriaga. Maraming salamat sa lahat.
Thank you. The next to raise clarificatory questions is the Honorable De Lima.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Before I ask my questions, and my questions will focus only on 3 points because some of the points I needed to raise were already covered by Deputy Speaker Garin. Just a very brief manifestation, a sort of a complement to what was stated by the Vice Chair, Keith Flores, relative to yung credibility. That credibility of witnesses at this point is not really considered yet. Let me point out the case of, I know this very well because I'm the petitioner here, De Lima versus Guerrero. De Lima versus Judge Guerrero, GR number 229781, October 10, 2017. Sabi po ng Korte Suprema, the court clarified that the admissibility of evidence, property value, and the credibility of the witness are matters that are best left to be resolved in a full-blown trial. Dito nga sa kaso na ito, lumampas na po ito sa preliminary investigation. Nandun na po dun sa pag-file namin ng motion to quash. When my lawyers filed a motion to quash in the very first drug trafficking or conspiracy to commit illegal drug trading filed against me, which you know has been dismissed ultimately. But now, that was at that stage, meaning nasa korte na. Pero wala pa yung full-blown trial. Wala pa yung trial on the merits. Lampas na ng preliminary investigation. That was only when my motion to quash was denied by the lower court. So my lawyers went to the Supreme Court. I was questioning the very credibility of those witnesses against me. And the court said very clearly, verily, I quote, the admissibility of evidence, their evidentiary weight, property value, and the credibility of the witness are matters that are best left to be resolved in a full-blown trial. So ibig sabihin, within the context of an impeachment case, nasa Senado na po yung tungkol sa issue of credibility. But syempre, that is really the strict general rule, but hindi naman pwede namang sabihin, hindi pwedeng sabihin na absolute rule na talaga. Kasi lininaw din po sa Navarro versus Cornejo na this is GR number 263329, February 8, 2023. The court cautioned against a mechanical approach, stating that to ignore glaring and manifest inconsistencies would be to abdicate the prosecutor's duty to screen cases properly. Take note, ang magiging exception lang na pwedeng i-consider yung issue ng credibility of a witness before us, before these proceedings, which is akin to preliminary investigation kapag glaring and manifest inconsistencies. But balik po tayo sa general rule. So ang nasasabi po sa De Lima versus Judge Guerrero, it establishes that while prosecutors may consider the evidence presented, they are not expected to make definitive credibility determinations at this stage. So yun po, malinaw po yan. That's a
Yes.
jurisprudential ruling.
The committee appreciates the jurisprudence shared by the Honorable De Lima.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I proceed to
That
my...
jurisprudence, I believe, involves you as well.
Yes, I was the petitioner. in
Yes,
that
as
case.
the
And the Supreme Court
accused.
dismissed my petition, and therefore trial proceeded. Trial
what
on the
is
merits.
clear is that issues pertaining to credibility of witness from the jurisprudence that was shared must be tackled in the trial of this impeachment complaint. And that should happen in the Senate, not
Tam-
here in
Tama
the
po yun.
Justice Committee.
Tama po yun, Madam Chair. 3 points, 3 factual points. I suppose and I hope this will fall within clarificatory questions and not probing questions. Sa simula po ng...
Kindly speak closer to the microphone, Honorable De Lima.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm looking at the supplemental affidavit. And dun po kasi sa narration about yung pagpunta sa DepEd Central Office. Mr. Madriaga. By the
Apo,
way,
Madam
Mr. Madriaga, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you po, ma'am. Maraming
Again,
salamat po.
after December 8.
Opo, Madam
Now,
Chair.
in fact, noon, at least I can say now na medyo may pagka-relax po kayo ngayon because
Apo.
what I recall is that nung una kayong nakausap ng December 8, haggard na haggard po kayo. At
Apo.
meron din mga punto doon na nakita kong nagiging teary-eyed kayo nung kausap ko po kayo.
Opo,
Okay,
Madam
so
Chair.
my question. Doon sa pagpunta sa DepEd Central Office, yung sabi nyo nga po, under paragraph 60, at around past 3 or 4 p.m., 2 government vehicles with red plates entered the DepEd compound, and then Colonel Nolasco told me, ayan na, ayan na. Colonel Lachica appeared the lady who I later learned to be a Special Disbursement Officer, SDO Gina Acosta. Now, sabi niyo po, at that point, di niyo pa alam na siya si Gina Acosta.
Opo, Madam Chair.
Pero subsequently, nalaman niyo po na siya si Gina Acosta.
Opo, Madam Chair.
Kung magpapakita po tayo ng photo sa Gina Acosta, ma-identify niyo po kaya siya? Maalala niyo pa po siya?
Siguro po, Madam Chair.
Siguro.
Honorable De Lima, I lament that showing picture will entail probing already
Okay. I
the
submit.
statement of the resource person.
I submit, Madam Chair. Second point, dito rin po, tungkol din po sa pagpunta nyo sa DepEd Central Office. Nakasabi po na meron kayong kasamang 4 na mga tao, mga
Opo,
lalaki.
Madam Chair.
These are Richard Peralta Babagay, or Richard, Arman Villanueva, Arman, a certain Chief, and a certain Ruel Noel.
Yes, Madam Chair po.
And in fact, in subsequent paragraphs, madalas yung nababanggit din si Arman and even itong si Richard.
Opo, Madam Chair.
Mga sino po sila?
Si Richard po, yung kasama ko sa Board of Director ng EC Pilipinas. Si Arman naman po may sarili siyang security agency na nagpo-provide ng mga protection agents.
At sino naman po itong a certain chief?
Dati po siyang sundalo.
Hindi niyo po maalala yung pangalan?
Si Arman po kasi parang subcon po siya sa akin eh. Ganun po yung arrangement namin.
How about a certain Roel / Noel?
Siya po yung assistant ni Arman Villanueva.
Siya yung assistant ni Arman Villanueva.
Opo.
Nasaan na po sila ngayon?
Nung nakakulong po ako, nung namatay, hindi ko po alam kung pinatay o namatay si Arman. Nawala na po sila, kanya-kanyang tago na po.
Namatay si Arman Villanueva. Alam niyo kung ano ang cause?
Sinabi po sa report, suicide, pero hindi po ako naniniwala.
Bakit po kayo hindi naniniwala?
Honorable De Lima, we have to stop on that.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I submit. How about itong si Richard Peralta Babagay?
Kasama ko pong co-accuse ko po ngayon po sa kaso, Madam Chair.
Kasama mo, co-accused.
Opo.
So he is also detained. He is also a PDL, person deprived of liberty.
Opo. Siya po yung nasa gitna namin ni BP Sara nung inabot yung plug. Siya po yung nasa gitna namin, dalawa.
Nakapiit o nakakulong din po ba siya sa BJMP facility?
Opo, kasama ko po, Madam
at
Chair.
Bagong Diwa, Taguig City?
Opo, kasama ko po.
Okay. So Arman ang namatay, yung iba nandyan pa sila?
Opo.
Okay. Sinumahan kayo doon sa pagpunta sa DepEd?
Opo.
Saka sa mga deliveries na yun?
5 po kami.
O so makakapag-corroborate sila.
Opo,
Nakita rin nila yung mga duffel bags.
opo.
Okay.
May-
Last point, Madam Chair.
Proceed, Honorable De Lima.
Paragraph 80. Pakita ho natin ang paragraph 80 of the supplemental affidavit. Secretariat.
Can we
please.
flash paragraph 18 of the supplemental
80.
affidavit?
80, Madam Chair.
80.
80.
Paragraph 80.
Yes, Madam Chair. 80 says, more importantly, I felt betrayed that despite all my efforts to support Sarah, to the extent of even committing high-risk acts for her and her family, she did not lift a finger to stop Attorney Roque